What is good, Mexit planners? It's that time of the year where a lot of new folks will move down to Merida, Mexico for the first time. So today, I thought, why not put together a list of helpful, random things that people need to know to make it an easier transition to Merida, Mexico. This is a list based on the posts and questions I've seen pop up on social media over the last few years. So let's get it. Number one. The name Liverpool is not the name of the mall, but it's an anchor store like Macy's or Bloomingdale's. There are two malls with the Liverpool store, the Gallerias Mall and La Isla Mall. The Gallerias is located inside the perimeter just north of Costco and has an ice skating rink and a casino. The La Isla Mall is outside the perimeter and is a massive mall that has a whole amusement area, concert theater, and a lake where you can ski. The La Isla Mall is pet friendly and is a great place to walk your dog on a hot day. The Harbor Mall, which is just north of the Gallerias Mall, is also a very pet friendly place. It's across from the Texas Roadhouse. Number two, speaking of malls, the Grand Plaza and Plaza Grande are not the same thing. Grand Plaza is one of the oldest malls in the city and is just south of the Gallerias Mall. Plaza Grande, also known as the Zocalo, is the central point of the state and is the main plaza of Centro, which is surrounded by the municipal buildings and the cathedral. Number three, some chain grocery stores carry US name brands like Lay's potato chips or Tide Pods. But be very careful when choosing a product because the same product in a Mexican brand will be about half the price of the US brand. So look at the manufacturer on the packaging before picking a product. In many cases, the brands will have the same colors, same graphic design, and it will save you half the money by choosing the Mexican brand. Number four, the elderly person bagging the groceries at the grocery store is not an employee of the supermarket and should be given a small tip for their service. I usually tip between 10 to 20 pesos or whatever change I have from shopping. Number five, most Walmarts and large supermarkets are not 24 hours here in Merida. Only a few chains are 24 hours, and those are the stores like Oxxo's and Farmacia Guadalajara. I made the Creating Your MexitPlans course to help you plan and make a confident and successful transition to Mexico. The course is full of local knowledge and packed with information from people that have made a successful move to Mexico. Check out the link above and also in the description notes below. Number six, if you need something large delivered to your house from a store like a 75-inch TV or a couch that you bought at Buen Fin, which is Black Friday here in Mexico, you will want to have the number of a good fletes.
This should be pronounced fletes.
You have a truck that moves things for other folks. I've moved twice using a fletes, once from my storage unit called a bodega and another time from one house to my new house. So a fletes is definitely a good number to have because it's super difficult to move in an Uber. Number seven, if you're new to Mexico, people will often get a weird stomach discomfort that doesn't feel like normal stomach problems. In that case, I recommend that you take Lumbrics or Vermox to eliminate parasites every 6 months. I took my last Lumbrics back in January of this year. It's coming up on time to take another one in June. So every 6 months I take a Lumbrics to eliminate parasites and weird things, having weird stomach issues. Normally 24 hours after taking the Lumbrics, you're right as rain, but the days before that, life is pretty bad. So definitely take something, whether it's Lumbrics or Vermox or one of the other solutions that will eliminate parasites every 6 months. Number eight, trash pickup in Merida is 3 days per week by a company called Sana. My guys normally pick up on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Often, the trash guys will ask you for a tip for refrescos when they find out that you're not Mexican. They will even go as far as yelling at the house for you to come out or ringing the doorbell. You can become their constant mark if you pay up every time. I only tip when I have more trash than what is allowed. I believe you normally get 3 bags of trash on a normal pickup day. Yard debris must be bagged and they will only pick it up on certain days. If you have too much yard debris, they will actually leave it for another day unless you tip. So on the occasion when I've had too much trash from like a party, I will generally pay up. Keep in mind, you're not paying for the sauna service. You need to pay them directly, but you're actually paying for beer or Coca-Cola money for the guys that do the actual pickup. Number 9, Progreso is the closest beach to Merida. There are at least 3 beach clubs in Progreso: Waigüe, Silser, and the newest beach club, which is also the closest, Mar y Mar. Waigüe is easily accessible from the Malecón. It's on the opposite end from the really long pier. So if you get into Progreso and you're closest to the pier, walk away from the pier, you'll run into Waigüe. It's at the beginning of the Malecón. Now, Silser is just a little further down the street, so it might be worth taking an Uber, but Waigüe you can absolutely walk to. Also, if you go to just the beach and you want to get one of those umbrellas, normally they're around 200 pesos. Don't pay any more than 300 pesos for an umbrella. I've noticed that most of the vendors have started putting signs out saying what their prices are ahead of time. So be careful when people approach you and try to charge you more than that for an umbrella and a table. They'll also do service, but do like the locals do. The locals here will take all of their, they'll take a cooler, they'll buy ice at OXXO, they'll get all their beers and what have you, bring sandwiches or even order food, but they'll bring all of their stuff with them to the beach and just kick it and have a great time. So that's another tip. Most of the beach clubs are open on Tuesday to Sunday. You can take the Auto Progreso bus from Merida, from the Central Auto Progreso station, or you can take the Auto Progreso bus along the way from one of the stops, like the one that's across from Costco on Prolongación de Montejo. The Auto Progreso bus is not the ADO, it's Auto Progreso, and it says Auto Progreso on the bus. It's blue and white, you can't miss it, but it goes from Merida to Progreso like every 30 minutes. Number 10, when your bills are due in Mexico, guess what? They're due. And it's not like in the States, they will cut you off the very next day. There are no grace periods in Mexico. I pay all of my bills online, like my electric bill with the CFE app, my Telmex internet bill through the Telmex app, or my HiPay bill through the website. Because in Mexico, they don't play about their money. What was the most surprising thing for you on this list? Leave me comments below and let me know. And if you like this type of video, do me a favor and hit the like button and share this with a friend who might also be moving to Mexico. Until next time, MexitPlans Monty, I'm out.